In today's rapidly changing world, many men find themselves grappling with feelings of like they're being left behind in many aspects of their life. Sometimes it's even like your career or your personal growth or really societal expectations. It's important for you to understand that these feelings are normal and honestly, they're actually pretty good because you as a man are going to have different expectations of you as you get older. As you move from 20s to 30s to 40s, there's going to be growing expectations from you. It's really hard for us to know if we're meeting those expectations as a man. But you know what? There's a wrong way to go about doing it, and that's really comparing yourself to other people. As we know, life isn't fair, and there's different levels of capability that men have. Some men are stronger, some men are faster, some men are smarter. Some guys are honestly just luckier, and they'll see different success. Men, there are proactive steps that you can take to ensure that you're keeping up and going in the direction that you're supposed to be going. Making sure that you're fulfilling your purpose and understand that there's a way that you should be going and you're on track to reach your goals. And you know what? That's what I'm going to talk about today. How you can ensure that you're not falling behind. So, let's get at it. Hey, I'm Rob Johnson and welcome to the Legacy Gentleman channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about what steps you need to take to overcome this feeling that you're falling behind. So the first step is you need to embrace self-reflection and acceptance. See, first thing you got to do is start acknowledging that you actually have these feelings that you're falling behind. You know what? It's okay for you to admit that you're not perfect. What you need to figure out is what's the actual cause of these feelings. Sometimes we have things that we've experienced in our lives that still affect us in the back of our heads, that we're not good enough and that we're not going to ever achieve anything. And for me, I remember, probably since I was in 4th grade, I was told I'd be dead or in jail by the year 2000. Boy, it's way past the year 2000. I'm neither dead or in jail. And I've accomplished a lot more in my life than I ever thought I would accomplish. But that idea that I'd be dead or in jail before the year 2000 is something that affected me a lot in my life. And I had to recognize it, that that was not what God had for me. And understanding that God was in control of my life and not the people who were naysayers, even stuff I saw in the news, even teachers, even some of the people who were trying to encourage me. They were telling me things that was not in line with God's will for my life. So guys, that's the first thing you got to realize, that you have a journey and a focus for your life that is set by God, not by circumstances, not by your parents, not by those people who told you could not achieve things. You need to have some self-reflection and acceptance about yourself. The next thing you need to do is set achievable goals. So look, breaking down your large aspirations into much smaller achievable goals can help you regain a sense of accomplishment. You need to create a list of long-term, short-term goals and make sure they align with your values and your aspirations, but you need to understand the steps you need to take to accomplish these goals. And that's what having achievable goals is. You have your big inspiration, the big thing you want to accomplish for your life, your magnum opus, but you need to break down the steps you need to achieve them and work toward those steps. And that's a lot of things in life. That's including your career, that's in relationships, that's your personal growth. You need to understand how to achieve them by breaking those goals down into something that's achievable. So men, make achievable goals. The next thing you need to do is you need to embrace lifelong learning. And look, if you've watched some of my videos, I've talked about this before, but look, it is very important to understand that the world is changing every day. Whatever you're doing, whether you're a blue-collar worker or a white-collar worker, in fact, you're looking at AI and it's changing so much from, lawyers being affected by artificial intelligence to robotics actually flipping burgers. You know what? The world is going to constantly be changing, and you, as a man who's going to be providing for himself and a family, you need to be constantly growing and learning. That means you need to have lifelong learning and seminars and book learning. You just need to be learning. It will enhance all your skills, it'll build your confidence, and you know what? More importantly, you will be ready to adapt to this ever-changing market. You have the ability to grow and learn for all of your life. So embrace that, embrace lifelong learning. That'll help alleviate some of that feeling of falling behind. Man, the next thing you really need to do is you need to build a supportive network. See, surrounding yourself with positive influence, with godly men who believe the same thing you believe and know that God is in charge of your life, that is going to encourage you and it's going to build your well-being. You need to have all these people who are going to offer you support and guidance and give you a fresh perspective to challenge your views. And you need to have people in your life that you trust. Yes, you cannot trust everybody with every aspect of your life, but if you're going with trusting 0 people, you're also going the wrong way. So guys, you need to build you a supportive network of people who's going to help you in different parts of your life and ensure that you understand where they can help, where they can't help, what their expertise are, and then be able to use it and learn from it. So men, build you a supportive network of good men and women in your life. All right, man, this next thing you need to do is you need to prioritize your health. Caring for your health and well-being is paramount. And look, I'm talking about your physical health and your mental health. So yeah, you need to implement some sort of regular exercise, maintain a good diet, and then, get enough sleep. Then also you need to consider some mindful practices like praying, like meditating on God's word, like being positive. And this will all help you with mental health and mental clarity. So men, prioritize your mental and physical health. All right, guys, next thing we all need to realize is that life is hard. So we need to cultivate resiliency. Life is going to have a lot of changes to it. You're going to have setbacks, you're going to have ups and downs, you're going to have things that you just knew was going to happen that don't happen. You have things that you were like, oh, this is going to be a big victory. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. And the only way you're going to achieve and move on to that next victory is to cultivate resiliencies by reframing your failures as opportunities to grow. This is going to help you be successful in any phase of your life. This is going to be work, this is going to be relationships, all these things. You need to use your challenges as stepping stones for personal growth. Sometimes things are out of your control and your setbacks are just not the path that God wants you to go. And so understand things that happen in life, learn from them, and keep on pushing towards your goal, because without resiliency, you're not going to achieve that. So men, cultivate resiliency. Here's something you probably haven't thought of. If you want to feel like you're not falling behind other guys, try to explore some new interests. And look, by discovering new hobbies and new interests, what it's going to do is reignite your passion for life. Whether it's, learning a musical instrument or trying some new sports or delving into some sort of creative endeavor, painting or woodworking or sculpting, it's going to give you a refreshing sense of purpose. When you try new things, things you haven't tried before, things that challenge you in a new and different way, it's going to build something up in you. It's going to reignite different parts of your mind that makes you be more creative. Then it's going to lead you to try new things in other aspects of your life. So don't overlook the importance of exploring new interests. The next thing you need to do is look at how you're actually using your time. Effective time management enables you to balance different parts of your life. See, you're going to set your priorities and you're going to create a schedule. You're going to allocate time for work, for relaxation, for personal growth time, and for other social interactions. This structural approach to your life can prevent you from feeling overwhelmed. And it will allow you to look at where you're actually spending your time. And you can say, oh, I thought I was only playing video games for an hour and I've been spending 4 hours playing video games. Or maybe that 5-10 minutes I was scrolling through social media that actually ended up being 3 hours, and I could have been doing something a lot more productive. So when you start practicing this effective time management, you're gonna get more of your day back and allow you to be more productive, which will stop you from feeling like you're falling behind. This last thing I want to talk about is something that a lot of us don't really consider, and that is give back to the community. See, contributing to the community through volunteering, through mentorship, can be incredibly rewarding. Sharing your skills and your experience will not only help others, but it will also boost your self-esteem and remind you of the values that you have to society. See, a lot of times when we start looking at, oh, I'm falling behind, it's because we are just focused on ourselves. Sometimes we're focused on ourselves and our family, but we're really not going outside of ourselves. We're not using ourselves to the full extent. See, when you realize that the 5-10 years experience you've had in life in a job or trying different industries has really had a significant effect on you from the time you were like a teenager to your early 20s to your early 30s, you'll realize that yes, you have a lot to teach people. And giving back to the community, giving your skills back through mentoring or just volunteering in your community shows you how much you have to offer for the community. So men, if you're not doing it, find something to volunteer your time into. So you know what? Feeling like you're falling behind is something that a lot of us is going to experience one day. You're going to look around and say, oh, even if you're the most successful man in the room, you're going to say, hey, by the time I wanted to be this age, there's stuff I wanted to accomplish and I haven't quite done it. And you know what? That's okay. But you need to remember that you have the power to take control of the narrative of your life. But by focusing on these things I talked about in this video, self-reflection, prioritizing, creating resiliency, you can navigate through this phase of your life and make yourself stronger and better. So men, embrace this unique journey and remember that growth takes time. What matters most is your commitment to growth and the process of self-development. So you can go out there and do it. And I want to thank you for stopping by on the Legacy Gentleman channel. If you found something in this video useful, please like it. If you want to see more videos like this, where I give you instructions on how to be a man with the values, skills, and works that will be admired and desired 1,000 years from now, i.e. a legacy gentleman, then please subscribe to this channel and share it with a friend. And until next time, go be legendary.